Hey there ladies, today we are talking about deflating our tires for when we take our vehicles off-road, and we're going to go over a couple different pieces of equipment that we can use to go ahead and help us with deflating our tires. And we're going to go over a little bit depending on what kind of tire you have and what kind of rim you have is going to depend on what tire pressure you're going to air down to. But whether you're in a built rig or a stock rig, we really want to think about if we can air down, the quality of our ride as well as the capability of our vehicle is going to get better. It's going to allow the tires to help to grip and to form around the rocks and the terrain as we're driving. So today we're going to talk a little bit about airing down. I know when I first got started, airing down probably was one of the toughest parts for me, just learning how to use the tools and how to correctly air down, and to be able to do it out on the trail without being flustered when people are around and you're trying to air down your own vehicle. I know for me, people want to jump in and help. That actually happened this weekend when I was using the air down tool on one of my friend's Jeeps. It's great for the guys who want to jump in and help, but sometimes we have to just be confident so that we can do it ourselves. So that's what this video is for, ladies. We're going to talk about how to air down and how to do so that we're going to be confident as we air down. And it's great to be able to say, no, thanks guys, I got this. I can go ahead and finish up the tires. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have two different pieces of equipment that we're going to use today. This is an air down tool. You see a lot where, this is actually to help to deflate by using your valve stem. This tool gave me a lot of problems when I first started and trying to learn how to use it. This is something I had to do over and over and over again to be able to get the hang of it, and it takes a little bit more time, and sometimes it can be a little confusing. So I want to go over it and then also look for the downloadable PDF and the little instruction card so you can stick it in your glove box so you have it with you when you're out on the trail. Just to look back at until you've done this over and over again and you're really confident to be able to help, just so that you know what you're doing. So the biggest thing I want to talk about is something that we actually ran into this past weekend at the Big Ride, an event that we were at. Make sure, even if this is a brand new tool, make sure that all the pieces are functioning correctly before you throw it in your Jeep. That's something we ran into this weekend. This piece that slides out needs to be able to slide freely. So if you're noticing this piece does not want to slide freely and it's locked or it's stuck, make sure that you go ahead. You're going to have to put some lubricant on this and make sure it's going to slide easily. Otherwise, it's not going to work correctly when you get out there on the trail and you need to use this air down tool. So just when you're at home, just take a minute anytime you get something new and just make sure that it works. Just because it's brand new doesn't mean it's going to function correctly, and that can be the most frustrating part for us. When we get out there is when tools aren't working correctly, then we seem to get a little more frustrated. So first thing is always check and make sure that your tool is working properly and is functioning before you go ahead and go to use it. And again, the biggest piece with these is to make sure that they're sliding freely, so that it's going to be easier for you when you go to use this tool and it's going to work correctly. So first we're going to start with this air down tool, and I'm actually going to use an example. I'm going to use my stock JKU as our example. So we're going to go ahead and jump over there and I'll show you how to use this tool correctly.